For a later life entrepreneur listening who is exhausted, maybe overworked, quietly questioning their worth, literally what we're talking about, what is the smallest but most powerful action do you think they can take today to break that cycle?
Go stand every single morning in the bathroom in front of a mirror and look in your own eyes and say your timer, your clock for 5 minutes, your phone or whatever, and look in your own eyes and say, I love you. And if you need to list reasons, I love you because you don't give up. I love you because you're still here. I love you because you're committed to adding good to the world. And do that to create a connection between you and that truth. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is stop being afraid or choose to be courageous about doing the thing you know you could do. So many entrepreneurs, they start a business, and this all happened when I was 52, so I wasn't 30, and I've been working on it for 18 years. We avoid the things we know that would matter, and instead we busy ourselves with busy work, things that are safe, that don't require exposure, and this has to do with loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you don't really care what other people think. You're offering something from your heart with love, and you've stopped worrying about whether or not people are going to like you, heart you, come say, oh, you're so cool. You're just offering a thing. And when that comes from the truth of your experience and you don't quit doing that, which is easy to do when you're being who you are, you will create clients. I don't care what your business is. You will create it. I have learned that. In fact, my business plan is really simple. Drives my accountant nuts. I never look for clients. I look for people to love, opportunities to serve, and problems to solve. And clients come in abundance.
Wow, that's really powerful. You said sort of 3 very interesting things here. Can I just go back and pick through each of them?
I'm all yours.
So the looking at yourself in the mirror, that's something I practice. Why do people find that so incredibly difficult? I mean, it first started for me when I was doing teacher training and I was teaching teenagers. I don't do kids. Kind of like they're a different kettle of fish, really. I had to go into the toilet on the way to the classroom every morning when I taught to do the power stand and say in the mirror to myself, you can do this. And that was what got me through my teacher training course. But my goodness, did it build my confidence. Why do people find that so difficult to talk to themselves in the mirror in their own privacy? That baffles me.
Well, we've been taught from the cradle almost that we're not good enough. Shut up. Quit crying. Quit this. Don't that. Your grades aren't here. Grades, friends, betrayal, habits, secret things you don't want people to know, unkind parents, crappy teachers. That pile of stuff starts the first minute we breathe. And so we have this incessant pile of things that point out where we're short, where we failed, where we don't cut it, where we're below expectations or whatever that is. And so it's no wonder that we don't like ourselves. I had a client once who I gave him that assignment, and he came back to the call next week and he said, holy crap, I'd rather put my hand in a meat grinder than to sit there for 5 minutes and say he loved himself. But he kept doing it. And in 2 months, he came back and said his relationship with his wife had completely changed. His estranged daughter was on her way back into, connection and so forth. And it had changed his world. And he didn't do anything to them. It was a question of him believing by stages that he was okay, that he was worthy, and that he could quit apologizing for breathing. So I think it's hard because we have all of that stuff poured on us from the get-go. We're not taught, and we don't learn to take the actions to scrape off the dirt.